Right, can you hear me now? Yes?
Yep.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm Claire Malcolmson. I'm the Environment Cabinet Member for Mole Valley. And as you know, we've been trying to create some very new initiatives. And this community lottery was put forward about 18 months ago. I'm going to introduce what we're going to do and then I'll hand over to Phil Wright because he's going to answer some of your questions and tell you how it all works. So, good morning and a warm welcome to you all. I'd like to start by thanking you all for attending this Good Cause launch event and for your interest in being part of the Mole Valley Community Lottery. It's great to see so many local good causes attending this event today, and thank you for taking the time to join us. We're all very excited about the lottery and to be at this stage. I really want to thank the officers for setting this up, following lots of hard work behind the scenes. So thanks to Ismina Harvey, Paul Anderson, and especially Richard Ellis, who's here today, and Ismina is as well. Richard's been responsible for liaising with the right people, making sure the right data protection is in place, negotiating prizes for the first draw, and getting all of you to sign up. To be perfectly honest, when I first suggested this idea, it was considered sort of a long shot, and I wasn't convinced it would actually happen. But here we are at last, which makes it even more exciting. Before I go on any further, though, a couple of quick points about this meeting. Hopefully, you've all had a chance to read the meeting guidance notes, which came with a reminder email you were sent a few days ago. I'd like to just quickly mention a couple of things from that. This meeting is being recorded so that those who couldn't attend today will be able to watch the event at another time and learn about the lottery. If you do not wish to be in the video, then please keep your camera switched off throughout. So that things run as smoothly as possible, technology-wise, we advise that your camera is kept switched off unless you are asking a question later. And please keep your microphones on mute until the question and answer section at the end. I think Richard's done this anyway, so that's automatically happened. Please use the text chat function for any questions which come to mind during the meeting. You don't need me to tell you how tough the last 14 months have been. The situation we found ourselves in when discussions about this venture began left us in no doubt that the decision to launch a community lottery was the right one. It's been an extremely difficult time for the non-profit sector, and we hope that the lottery will provide a simple way for you to generate income. We also wanted to do something fun and positive, which will bring the community together and connect residents to the good causes and green initiatives, which do so much to make this district a great place to live. I'd like to emphasise that this is not the council's lottery. It is a community lottery, and its success will depend on the collective effort of all of us. I'll soon be handing over to Phil Wright from Gatherwell. Gatherwell are the external lottery manager who we've partnered with to deliver this lottery. They're supporting many other organisations throughout the UK to run hugely successful community lotteries. You may already be aware of some of these, which are taking place in nearby districts and boroughs, including Horsham, Guildford and Elmbridge. So I'll hand over to Phil and he will explain exactly how the lottery will work and how you can become part of it all. Thank you for the moment.
All one word or?
Thank you ever so much for the introduction. I think Richard's just going to pull up the slides that we're going to cover this morning. But thanks ever so much for the introduction, and we're really excited to be a part of the this Mole Valley Community Lottery. And today I'll be sort of running through how it works, how you can all be a part of it. And I've just had a little look at the participants, and I think we're up to just over 40 at the event today, which is a fantastic start for a good cause launch. So thanks ever so much for the introduction. A little bit about sort of the new lottery opportunity that started in Mole Valley. It is, as mentioned, it's a community lottery. lottery. So this is very much about raising money within the community for the community. And it's got the added incentive that by playing the lottery, you might win something along the way as well from a player point of view, but it's very much focused on fundraising. And over the years, things have changed, and where previously money would be more readily available through other grants, things have happened, and worked differently, especially over the last 14 months. And so the community lottery is very much here to support. I'm just taking control to support fundraising. Sorry, I'm just taking control of the presentation there. Yeah, a little bit about us. So my name's Phil Wright. I'm the senior manager from Gatherwell, and we're what's called an external lottery manager. So we're the licensed by the Gambling Commission to run lotteries on behalf for non-commercial reasons to support fundraising. And it's very much geared towards individuals in and around, the Mole Valley area, wanting to get behind and back and support one of you as a local good cause on the platform. And by doing so, and by buying a ticket, they support you and your specific cause. How it's going to work today. So we're going to cover how it works for supporters, so players, local people that want to take part in it, where the money goes, so splitting of the pound, and by mentioning the pound, that probably gives you a bit of an idea as to what the tickets cost. The prizes, as I mentioned, it is a lottery, so by being a member of it and by taking part, there's an opportunity to win some fantastic prizes. But also the big part for today is how it works for you as the good causes. What support there'll be for you in order to onboard, to become on the platform, and also then some of the ongoing support in terms of the marketing that's available to you, and also then a bit of a commitment. There's something that we'll ask in return for you being on the platform, but it's very much should be a good positive experience and a great new fundraising initiative and income generation for you as a local good cause in Mole Valley. So how does it work? Firstly, for supporters. Supporters, so the platform is live. It went live just after midnight last night. So molevalleylottery.co.uk is the site that people will need to visit to buy a ticket, and that's also the site that you'll need to go to register yourselves as a good cause. The draw takes place every Saturday at 8 o'clock, and like a regular lottery, the more numbers people match, the bigger the prize. Tickets cost £1. Each ticket costs £1 and consists of 6 numbers. Those 6 numbers can be chosen by you or can be randomly chosen by the system. And it's a lucky dip opportunity. And the way the numbers work in terms of the matching of the numbers, I'll come on to in a second. But tickets cost £1. The difference with this lottery in comparison to other lotteries, though, is when the individual supporter comes onto the platform, they choose where they want their money to go. And this is what makes it very, very nice, and it increases the importance on the local side of things, is for me as a local resident, or for me as someone that has an association with Mole Valley, where that could be friend, family, grandparents, someone like that wants to support a local cause. Those people, when they come onto the platform, they choose who they want to support. And you all, as individual causes, will have your own page on the Mole Valley Lottery website. And I'll come on to how that works in a second. But when someone comes onto the platform, they can either search for a specific cause that they know is on the platform. They can search by the type of cause, or if they come via an email they may have received from you, or something on your Facebook or your Twitter, or something that's been shared locally, then they will arrive directly at your page on the lottery website. And when they come onto the platform, by buying a ticket through your page, that's where the connection is made between you and that player, and you receive that those funds, I should say. Sorry. Payments. So when someone buys a ticket, they've got a choice of how they'd like to pay. We try to encourage recurring payments, and those recurring payments, obviously, because it means that once someone is signed up once, then it's either sign up on a regular monthly direct debit, or they can have it as a regular debit card payment that is deducted on a monthly basis. Or someone can choose to buy a block of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months worth of payment via their debit card up front. Obviously, from your point of view, you want that recurring income and the regular payments coming into you. So by the players supporting it on a monthly basis, then you have that regular income. But also from a responsibility and ethical point of view, it makes it sort of slightly more unattractive for those people that might choose to play or to gamble for the wrong reasons. So this is all about fundraising and supporting communities, and that's what we want to encourage through the whole platform and process for supporters. And then, like any lottery, the more numbers that they match, the more money that they'll win. And that ranges from free tickets up to £25,000 as jackpot, which I'll come on to in a second. But also the opportunity that the supporters have is when someone does win a prize, they have the opportunity to donate it back to the good cause that they're supporting as well. So that just reinforces that good cause, fundraising, charity giving message, which means that approximately about 10% of all winners donate their prizes back to you as the good cause as well. So again, another nice income generation through the lottery for you. And that ranges from, as I mentioned, tickets cost £1. As an external lottery manager, the minimum amount that has to go to good causes is 20%. We set up and we started with supporting schools through PTAs, through fundraising initiatives there. So we're very much set up from a fundraising point of view. So we didn't think 20% was nearly enough to give back to good causes. If you compare that to national postcode health lottery, actually 60% through this platform goes back to good causes. So about double other large lotteries in terms of fundraising for good causes. 20p in the pound covers the prizes, and I'll come to what the prize structure looks like in a minute. And there are some associated running costs for taking the payments, the administration of the site, and the design, all of that sort of side of things, which comes at running costs and included VAT. There's no VAT on lottery tickets, but there is on the services to run the lottery there. The 60p in the pound is split. So 10p from every pound would go into the central fund. So that will go into Mole Valley District Council to then distribute and spend on community projects there. But 50p, which is the main bulk that it will be chosen by the player, will be going to their designated good cause. So if they choose you as their good cause, then you will receive 50p in every pound donated direct or paid directly back to you as the good cause. And then the prizes. So the jackpot prize, if someone matches 6 numbers, is £25,000. What you may see next to the £25,000 jackpot prize is a little asterisk, and at the bottom there, it's got some details in small print. And I promise that small print isn't a get out of jail small print. What that small print says there is that jackpot prize is actually underwritten by prize insurance. So no matter how many tickets are sold when we launch, obviously we want there to be, hundreds, if not thousands, of tickets that are sold locally, but any number of tickets are sold, there will be a jackpot prize of £25,000 if someone matches 6 numbers, because that prize is underwritten by prize insurance. It's something very common within community and charity lotteries, but that mitigates any risk for you as the good cause or the council to cover any of those winnings there. If you match 5 numbers, front or back, then you win £2,000. 3 numbers in that order, front or back, and it's £250. And then it drops down there to if you match 2 numbers, front or back, then it's 3 free tickets. When I mention the numbers are a matching pattern. So people choose numbers between 0 and 9. So you could have numbers ranging from 0000000 up to 999999, but you match the order of the numbers that are drawn. So as I say, if you had the first matching numbers in that order or the last matching numbers in that order, that is how you win your prize. And the odds of winning any prize, whether it's £25,000 through down to the 3 free tickets, is 1 in 50, which is pretty good odds for most lotteries there. But obviously these the odds, because it's odds based, as the number of tickets are sold, we'll get more frequent winners as the lottery grows there, which is fantastic. Also, it's possible to have what we call bolt-on prizes, and it's been fantastic that Mole Valley District Council have managed to work with a number of local partners in addition to the prize structure that we just covered previously. We have some fantastic bolt-on prizes for the first draw. So for the first draw, we have 3 prizes. The first prize, or prize number 1, is a Dorking Hall's family membership, which includes 8 free cinema tickets, 15% discount at the bar and cafe, and priority bookings for live shows and discounts on all cinema event screenings, as well as exclusive annual events and offers. So someone in the first draw will win that prize on top of the other opportunities to win those cash prizes as well. The next prize is a £200 voucher to be spent with a business of your choice from the Surrey Hills Virtual Artisan Market. And I was having a little look around the artisan market, and there's some fantastic local producers, shops, creatives that have got some fantastic products on there. So do have a look at that, because someone will also win a £200 voucher to spend at one of those local businesses there, which is brilliant. And then the third prize, or prize number 3, there's no order in terms of the number of prizes, is a 6 months adult premium membership for use at Dorking Sports Centre. So that's, again, another local partner that's donated a prize to help support this community initiative and fundraising locally. This is now very much the important bit, and I'm sure the reason why you're here as a local good cause is how the lottery works for you. So the site is now live for you to go and have a look on the site and to register as a good cause. There's a fundraisers section on there where you can apply to join. What you'll need to do is apply to join, and it only takes a few minutes. It's not a big, long, arduous process by any means, but you upload a logo or an image that represent you as an organisation, say who you are, what you do, and also sort of set yourself a ticket target there as to what you want to achieve in terms of the number of tickets sold. That is a target. It's not an absolute requisite of what you must deliver, but it's a target that sort of communicates to your members that says, actually, this is our aspirations of what we'd like to see in terms of the number of tickets sold. Once you click apply, then you will be approved to go live on the platform. As long as you meet the criteria that is set out on the application process, you'll then be approved, and you'll then have your own page on the lottery website. Once you are approved, you'll have a suite of marketing tools that you can access to help you market your own page on the website. And that will be, once you've uploaded a logo or an image, it will be dual branded. So you'll have a Facebook asset that you can share on Facebook that will have your logo and the Mole Valley Lottery logo on it, and it will have some information there which we'll come on to. And also it will have a Twitter version, a downloadable printable version, and also an email version of that. So it's nice and easy, professional for you to be able to share. And if you're a volunteer-led organisation, then actually, you're very much focused on, the service you're delivering or support you're delivering as a charity or good cause. This is a way that just kind of supports you with some marketing assets and tools to promote your page on the Mole Valley Lottery website to your supporters. And then after you've done a bit of marketing or shouted about it to your supporters or anyone on your Facebook or your email list, is for every ticket sold, you will receive 50p. And at the end of each month, you'll receive a payment into your nominated bank account based on the number of tickets that you've sold. So it's a nice, easy, trackable way to see what your fundraising is doing, and nice, predictable income generation and revenue source for you to be able to forecast and budget for on an ongoing basis. Importantly, there's absolutely no cost for you to join the lottery, and we want as many good causes to join ahead of the tickets go live to the general public. But also, if you know any other organisations, or if you sit as a volunteer or trustee across a different number of organisations, then organisations or charities can join at a later date as well. It's just, obviously, it's great to have everyone and the buzz around the lottery for that first draw, which I'll come on to the dates in a little bit. So this is an example of what your cause page will look like on the platform. So this is the example of the three-legged cat charity, and that picture of the cat there would be where your logo or your image would go there. The bar along the top is based on your ticket target that you set. So as you sell more tickets, obviously that green bar increases. And also you can change that ticket target at any point. So as your number of supporters increases, you can then set that bar a little bit higher, just to show your aspirations for your fundraising. The About Us section, that's for you to update and you to include when you go through the application process. It'll ask you for a bit of information. We'll ask you just to include that there. Also on the left-hand side there, it's a green box with a pause button there. That is across the website, our websites meet accessibility criteria. So if anyone has any visual impairment or access challenges for websites, then our websites meet those criteria as well to make sure it's accessible for people to access the lottery pages. Underneath there, you've got the ability to share and tweet, share on Facebook and tweet, obviously on Twitter. And it's then got information about the next draw date, the previous draw results, and any winners. There's no full details are given of winners on the site. It would just be, Mrs. A or Mr. B or whatever it might be, and then the area that they're living in. But it's anonymized data there, so people can't be identified. It's also then got a brief bit and a bit of a sell to let your supporters know it's £1 per ticket, and that's where the money goes. 60% goes to good causes, 50p back to you, and also a bit about the prize structure. And obviously, if people were to scroll down on this page, then the buy tickets box will follow with them, so they've always got that opportunity to buy a ticket there. At any point, you can update this page. So you can update your message, you can update your target, you can update your logo if you're required to as well. You have access through your login as a good cause to administer this page if you've got the relative admin access for your good cause. This is an example of some of the marketing materials. So these are updated seasonally, and it will give you, this is the dual brand. So this is an example from our Buckinghamshire lottery. It's got the lottery branding, Great Brickhill Cricket Club. That's the logo that they've uploaded from their good cause. It's got the headline for encouraging people to take part in it, a bit about how it works, ability for someone to search if they want to go online to search, or if this was a digital version, then as soon as someone was to click on one of these, then it would take them directly to Great Brickhill Cricket Club's page on the website. So it makes it nice and easy. And this is where sharing it digitally, because it's a digital platform, as soon as someone sees something on your Facebook or via an email, Mr. B or what, and it takes them directly to your page to support your cause. And they say these marketing resources are updated seasonally as well, to make sure you've got different assets to use throughout the year to remind your supporters what it's all about. And this is just kind of a brief video to give you a bit more information rather than me talking for the whole duration. So I'll just play this now. Great Brickhill
Sorry, Phil, I'm just pausing it there because a lot of people have lost the sound here. Some people have got it, some people haven't. I'm not sure if there's anything we can try. Yeah, lots of people not getting it. Do you want me to try re-sharing it and starting it again, or starting partway through?
Yes, yeah. I'm not sure.
Because you were hearing it okay, I guess.
Yeah. I could hear it fine.
Okay, so we've got a bit of a mix. Maybe we just take it back slightly and hit play, because it sounds like it's some people are affected and some aren't. But just wanted to chip in, so sorry about that.
That's okay. So the dashboard is an important area to cover. I'll sort of all of this information, an easy how to and an overview. But yeah, I'll play from here and see how people get on. I appreciate that some people may not have been able to hear that if you've had an issue. That video is actually hosted on Vimeo, so I've just put that Vimeo link. So if people want to copy it out of the chat to revisit it at a later date, that will talk you through how the dashboard, and obviously a best practice in using the dashboard. So I've just pop that in the chat if someone wants to copy it out, and if there's a follow up to this, I imagine there may well be. We can include that in the circular from the information that we'll share today. If I then just go and move on to the next slide. So as part of the what Gatherwell are delivering for Mole Valley is the website and the build and the platform. So just kind of run through a little bit about sort of what we do to deliver it, to make sure you've got the best player experience, both from a supporter point of view and from a good cause point of view. We've created the website in partnership with Mole Valley District Council for the look and the feel, to make sure that people represent the local area. But actually underneath that, it's powered by our Gatherwell engine. So once we do any update or any iteration sort of change across our platforms, then all of our platforms receive those updates and improvements. It's fully secure and fully PCI compliant in terms of being able to take payments online, and it's got a 99.7% uptime, and that is monitored 24/7. It's also fully responsive as well, and optimized for mobile and tablets, as we now know that's the most prevalent way that people will choose to visit and access. So it'd obviously be configurable to any normal desktop or Mac, but actually the experience on a mobile and tablet device is what it's optimized for. support for you as a good cause and also for supporters. So there's a dedicated phone number for Mole Valley Lottery, which is 01306 310 016, and also any email support as well. So any inquiries from your point of view or for any supporters, if they email support@molevalley.lottery.co.uk, then our customer support team will pick those up and provide that any questions or queries that you may have, either off the back of this or ongoing throughout the life. And also, dedicated social media accounts. So you'll see things from posted by Gatherwell, but as Mole Valley Lottery on Facebook and Twitter as well. Support for you as causes and for players. The council as part of this, so they have set, Mole Valley District Council have set the good cause criteria, and will also be approving good causes to go on the platform to make sure they've got oversight for those that can and can't be a part of it. But it's quite a common structure in terms of the criteria across these community lotteries, which I think you will agree meets the community outcomes that we're trying to achieve with this. They've got overall scheme administration. They'll provide general good practice and advice, and they are also the license holder. So Mole Valley District Council have a license with the Gambling Commission to license this lottery. And they will also be involved with marketing the central fund and promotion of the lottery for you to bring you on board, to hear, for you to find out about it, to take part in it, but also to help support that marketing effort out to the wider population, to encourage new causes and also new players to be a part of it. And this is just an example of one of the lotteries that we've set up. So this was the first lottery, which was Vale Lottery. They've now gone unitary, so they're now part of Buckinghamshire Council, and it's the Buckinghamshire Lottery. It started with about 40 causes, and it's now got well over 300 good causes on their lottery platform. And over the lifespan, it's raised about £500,000 for local good causes. It's had some really nice coverage across BBC Radio, local press, and it's been really a great tool to support the third sector, the voluntary and community sector in Buckinghamshire. And this is now something we do for about 100 different communities across the UK. We have a number that are running in and around Surrey. So it's been a really positive outcome from these lotteries been set up. And also from a good cause and a customer, from a player point of view, it's a new innovative way of fundraising, and it's a nice fun value exchange between your supporters and you as a good cause. You've got a nice relationship there with your supporters from the lottery. And something that was covered in the overview video, some people may or may not have been able to hear, is those players, supporters that opt in to be communicated with, is you have access to those player details if they've opted in to be able to be contacted. So it's a great way for you to then talk to them, to say thank you for supporting you via the lottery, and also to talk about other initiatives that you might be doing as a good cause locally as well, to engage some different supporters that you might not have spoken to in the past there. This is a couple of different case studies of different organisations that set out. So as a Great Brickhill Cricket Club, so it's a local cricket club of about 100 juniors from the age of 4 upwards. They joined it in 2015. They had about 93 tickets, and that's weekly tickets, raising about £2,500 per year. And the way they want to use their money that they've raised is through investing. So once we do any updates, so that money has helped to kind of bring in the coaches and cover some of those costs. And we asked some of these good causes for some tips of how they went about promoting their page on the platform. And they, this is pre-COVID, I hasten to add here, they have a cricket club, and they offered a free drink to anyone who signed up for the lottery for their first draw. So a little incentive to encourage people to join at the start. Carers Buck, so they're an independent charity, and they support unpaid family carers living within Buckinghamshire. They joined at the start as well. They had 38 tickets, raising just shy of £1,000 a year, and they use that money to support running a new support group for their carers. And a top tip that they suggested was they just put the link to the lottery, to their page on the lottery, on their email signature. So every single communication that went in and out of that organisation had a link through to their own page on their lottery website. Another organisation, well, you're all fantastic organisations, but this is Medical Detection Dogs, and they're trained to assist in early identification of certain medical conditions. I think they've also been recently retrained to identify early signs of COVID, but they've done it for diabetes and other conditions. They've 94 tickets, raising just shy of £2,500 per year. And they use that money to train a new dog to identify type 1 diabetes. And what they did was they added a link to their website and regularly post on social media with the assets that were provided through their lottery page there. And then lastly, we have a case study from the Sports and Social Club. Quite a small club, but they've got local teams that take part and use the facilities there. They're raising just over £1,000 a year. And that was used to invest in new club premises and equipment. And in the little village that they're a part of Brill, is they went out around sort of the village green and around the house. So Mole Valley District Council loaded the leaflets that are built through the platform, and when they distributed those door to door, promoting their own page on the website, as we mentioned previously. And as I mentioned at the start, we were going to set sort of a bit of a commitment that we ask of any of the good causes to be a part of the platform. What you get is we provide your own dedicated web page, and as I mentioned, that's branded uniquely to you on the broader Mole Valley Lottery website. The bespoke marketing materials that you can download and use, whether to be printed or used digitally. A dashboard that you can see all your supporters, you can see your ticket growth, you can set your target, and you've got the access to be able to change your details on there. And also a welcome pack with all the information you need to sort of build participation and support for your good cause there. And then on a weekly basis, you'll get an update letting you know how your lottery is doing, with also any new communication materials, just to give you an update so you can share those with your supporters as well. And also, most importantly, is for every ticket sold, 50p in the pound goes directly back to your good cause and paid into your nominated bank account every month. So that's kind of the motivator to do a bit of that promotion there and to sign up to the lottery, as it's a great incentive and new way to fundraise. What we ask as a commitment is, within the first 4 weeks, so we've got the time scale of when it's going to go live to good causes, but we'd like to do for about 100 different causes. We set a bit of a challenge. Communities across, can you sell 20 tickets? Actually, averagely, people buy just shy of 2 tickets per person. So we think it's quite an achievable target. But obviously, we would love to see you selling more tickets and achieving some fundraising in excess of that. What we also ask is the email address that you register on your cause is a staffed email address, in so much as value exchange between, actually get some updates there. And also to use your dashboard. It's a tool to help you grow and to help you fundraise. Please keep an eye on it and use the downloads and the regular marketing tools as well. And we're here, we want, give us any feedback, give us any ideas, any suggestions. We want to help you to fundraise. So help us to help you. And most importantly, spread the word of the lottery, across Mole Valley for all the different various good causes that might want to be a part of it. And then some key dates. So the website is now live for you to go and register as a good cause on the 15th of June. So in just over a month's time, it will be open for people to go and buy tickets as a supporter. And then we've got about 6 weeks until the first draw. So we give a nice run into that first draw, because you can only launch once, and it's got that great selection of those 3 prizes that we covered there, to get you started within that first draw that 3 people will win, as well as then those cash prizes that are available on a weekly basis for anyone that matches those numbers there. So that's kind of a brief timeline and a kind of a whistle-stop tour about how it works for players, for you as a good cause, and then also the supporting assets there, and then the time frame. And I now throw it open to the room to ask anyone any questions and any queries really. So if I stop sharing, we'll sort of take questions one by one.
We've got some coming in the chat, so if I read them, is that okay? Read them out to you. And
yeah, of course.
So
yeah.
First one from Ed. He says, when we set a ticket target, what period does this cover, e.g. annual?
So that ticket target is just, so if you set your target of 50 tickets, that would be 50 people, or sorry, because people tend to buy more than one ticket, but essentially it'd be 50 tickets, and they link to anyone who signed up. So you're not setting yourself a fundraising amount financially, it's the number of tickets that you're setting yourself as a target, and then they are regular tickets. But the progress bar would obviously show the outcome of the number of tickets sold. And that's an annual figure that's projected forward.
Another one from Sarah here. Is the initial sale of tickets advice or a fixed commitment?
Sorry, can you ask that? Sorry.
So is the initial sale of tickets advice or a fixed commitment?
So the people can sign up on a recurring direct debit or on a recurring debit card payment, or they can buy a month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. If someone needed to stop their payments at any point, then they are able to. There's no other time commitment. If they paid for 3 months, they will have 3 months worth of tickets. But it's up to then the individual to renew those tickets. Although we do have a contact, an email communication in place that would remind someone to look at renewing their tickets if they have bought a block of tickets there.
Also, on that question, I'm wondering whether it might have been about around how many they sell as a good cause. So that I'm not sure if it was about, because obviously you were talking about targets to sell, but there's no commitment as such. There's no kind of you must sell X. It's
a challenge. We're setting it as a challenge to get started with. You know, we would love people to be able to sell in excess of that. But if you don't meet that target, then that's okay. Use some of the assets, do a bit more promotion, and hopefully you'll get there. But there's not a minimum requirement. No.
Thanks for that. And then Alice asks, are winners able to be anonymous if they wish?
Yes. Yeah. So winners will their details are published on the website, but it will be Mrs. A or Mr. B or whatever it might be there. So there's no more details than that. And with any jackpot prize or anything like that, they're obviously given the opportunity to be anonymous there as well. So we wouldn't share any of those details.
I think we've covered the question from Jenny, because she says, what happens if you don't sell 20 tickets? But I assume that's about
houses and did a leaflet drop. So they down
commitment as such. It's just a target, if you like. One from Karen here. Is there a restriction on who can buy tickets, i.e. people outside of Mole Valley? We're a local cause, but we do have an international audience because of our online profile.
So I was just about to say, anyone in the UK is eligible to buy a ticket. So anyone that's a UK resident is eligible to buy a ticket. That's part of the Gambling Commission licensing rules. So if they're a UK registered individual, then they can buy a ticket, but you wouldn't be able to buy a ticket if you're not based within the UK.
At the moment, that is all I can see. I don't know if there's any hands up. I couldn't see any, because that's obviously another way people can chip in. Glynis is, there's one from Glynis, a hand up. So if you want to go ahead, Glynis.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I heard what you said about the initial 20 tickets not being oh my goodness, you'll get booted out. But when you
your good calls there, and then on a week
your page, is there a minimum ticket level that you must commit to? That if you don't, then the council reviewing all this would say, no, it's just not enough to make this a functioning, viable thing for us.
If you are, well, on that note, it is the council are the operator, so it is up to them. But if you are selling any tickets, then you will be able to stay on the platform indefinitely.
Okay, that's great. And is there, just at the start of the whole project, is there a minimum level of purchases of players that you must get, or is it once you open it up and people start buying tickets, then you're committed to going with it, and if you don't sell enough tickets to cover costs, that's when the insurance kicks in?
sell 20 tickets. This is there no matter how many tickets are sold. So every ticket essentially has a risk associated with it of winning the jackpot. So that prize structure is there from day one, no matter how many tickets are sold. And we are launching to good causes today, and achieve causes here. I'm absolutely sure that we will open to tickets on the 24th. No, the 15th, sorry, 15th, and get my dates around, and then it will go live to the first draw on the 24th. I'm absolutely confident that those dates will be going ahead.
Okay, and sorry, so just so I'm clear in my head, what is happening is that the council effectively is taking that risk in terms of the level of insurance premium they've got to pay to make sure they're covered if there isn't enough funds to pay a jackpot out, for example.
So the each ticket, 20 pence of the ticket is held by us in a client deposit account that then pays, that manages the risk, including the jackpot prize, for those players. So the council aren't liable to cover any prizes. For you to go and register as a good cause, liable to cover any prizes whatsoever. That is all covered out of the 20 pence for each ticket that is managed by us in a client deposit account, which meets all of the Gambling Commission's requirements from that there. So there's no risk to cover any of those.
Okay, but the somewhere that it's costing the council money to employ, I'm just wondering how much risk there is in terms of costs to the council. If we find that there's not enough uptake and there's a continual draw on the insurance, for example. So
20 pence, 20 those numbers there. So that's kind of a brief. So yeah. So there's no way that there's any cost involved. So if you had 3 jackpot winners, if you had 10 jackpot winners, that will all be paid out of the prize pot that for each ticket. So there's no risk to the council whatsoever from that point of view there.
Okay, thank you. And sorry, just one final thing on publicity materials for this. I'm assuming that stuff will, even if we don't sign up, for example, local organisations will be getting publicity materials so that we can put this out on other websites to let everybody know about the lottery. Is that coming to us as well from Mole Valley?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure sort of a press release will be going out and marketing promotion of it will be coming out. So okay. So yeah, there's obviously the assets built within the website as well as then the general promotion that will be coming out from the council as well.
Okay, no, that's great. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks.
Right, we've got quite a few coming in on the chat box now. So we've got one from Ed. Can you explain again about how the winning numbers work? Can they be any 2 or 2 out of 6?
Yeah. So what's probably best is if I just get that one and just if I can just let me just 2 seconds. Just I'm just going to share this one again because it's probably helpful for people to see it visually here. So players choose 6 numbers and they choose numbers, each number between 0 and 9. So unlike the National Lottery where you only choose a number once payment, or they can buy just the selection of numbers that come out. The importance here is you choose each number between 0 and 9 and you need to match it in that order. So if you had, for argument's sake, 000001 as your number choice, and it came out in that order, then you would win £25,000. If, for example, you had 000002, then you would win. You would match 5 numbers because you would match the first 5 digits. If you had 6 and then 00001, then you match the last 5 digits, so you would also win £2,000. So it's matching it in the correct order at the front end or the back end of the 6-digit pattern. And obviously, if you match 2 numbers at the start or 2 numbers at the end, then you would win 3 free tickets. So essentially, it's just a case of choosing 6 numbers in a specific order, and if they come out in that order, that is then the prize that you would win. Hopefully that's a little bit clearer, but obviously more details in terms of then the ticket choice are detailed on the website when people are buying them, or you can do a lucky dip as part of that as well.
Okay, thanks for that. And then Alice says, regarding the figure, thanks for that. And then Alice versus ticket sales, what was that based on? Average of weekly tickets or monthly or annual tickets sold? I.e., there was a quote, 48 tickets sold and 1,000 plus would come to the good cause.
So that would be annually. Yeah, so that would be the cumulative. So that would be so yeah, I think using the example, 20 tickets a week at 50p would give your cause £520 over the year. So obviously, the more tickets are sold, the more multiples of that, the more that you'll receive. But for every 1 ticket that you sell, you would get directly back to your good cause, because it would be obviously the 52 weeks of the year, 50p of each pound comes back directly back to you.
Another one, does your cause need to be based in Mole Valley?
That's, I'd say, on the when you go to apply, then that will be the requirement to meet the good cause criteria. I just double checking off the top of my head. Bear me 2 seconds. I think it will be, you've got to be providing services for residents within Mole Valley, I think is the terminology for good causes. If I take the next question, I'm just going to find that one just to double check that.
Yeah, I mean, because I think it's around the cause bringing benefit to the residents of Mole Valley. That's the most important thing. I'm not sure if your office sits outside the border, but you're doing lots of work for Mole Valley residents, and my view is that you'd still be eligible. Another one: does the 10% central fund get distributed to the local causes that take part, or is this distributed in a different way? Do you want me to cover that? Are you happy to cover that?
Yeah. Do you want to cover that one?
Because I mean, the idea behind the 10% fund is to put money into projects that are to do with the environment and tackling climate change, that kind of thing. So we would administer that fund. The finer details are probably not best place to sort of go into that, exactly how it would work. I think it's just down to making sure that money goes to the right sort of projects with that environmental sort of climate change theme, if you like. So yeah, hopefully that helps on that front. But feel free to contact us if you want more information on that one.
So just to add to that, I'll probably add to that, Richard, is bearing in mind we don't know, or you don't know quite what that central fund is going to look like as a pot of money, then it's very, very normal for councils to leave that slightly unknown, because that will then determine sort of how that money is spent. So obviously, more people that play, the more money that goes into that central fund, which would be a great thing, because obviously it's being spent back out on positive projects.
Yeah, and then a question that's been sort of directed at Councillor Malcolmson: does the lottery mean there will be less money from Mole Valley District Council for good causes which do not sign up? And my understanding is the lottery's not going to have any impact on what we do with grants and things like that. But yeah, Claire, if you want to.
Yeah, it's completely separate. The funding for this is completely separate. Well, that's it, basically, the answer. No, it won't affect anything else.
Thanks for that. Liz has put a comment in, I don't know if everyone's read it, about the press release going out today and the promotion they're working on towards ticket sales. There'll be lots going on social media. And then another question, what would you say to someone who feels the odds of winning even £25 are pretty low?
I think with the prize structure, it's around incentivized giving. So the odds in comparison to a lot of other weekly lotteries are very, very favorable and very positive. But actually what this is we try to create a prize structure that is enough live to the first to play. But actually, the majority of the money goes back to the good causes and the charities and what it's being set out to achieve. Because if we flipped it on its head and gave big prizes, then actually there wouldn't be nearly as much going back to good causes. So you could increase the odds of winning by having a different prize structure. But we think that prize structure is tried and tested across hundreds of different community lotteries that we know engages people to play, but actually delivers the greatest return to the cause, which is what it's setting out to achieve.
Thanks for that. And then where's the next one? Is the central fund going to be ring fenced for environmental projects? So hopefully we sort of covered that. I mean, it will be called the environmental fund, in fact. So that's absolutely the plan to focus that 10% on environment projects. Could you please remind us of the date ticket sales go live? And maybe if
tickets,
yep, go for that one straight away. Yep.
Ticket sales are the. Hang on, I'm just sorry.
I think it's 15th of June.
Yeah,
that's what I've got.
Yeah, I'll just confirm. Sorry, ticket sales 15th of June when they go live to players, and the first draw will be 24th of July. Yeah, just confirm that.
Another one from Claire. Do you have to be a registered charity, or will smaller projects be eligible? Are there guidelines on the site? I mean, on the website, well, on the Mole Valley District Council website, there's a lottery page that does have the good cause terms and conditions. But certainly,
I'm also just putting it in the Slack channel as well.
Oh,
now.
great!
That good cause criteria is just in the Slack channel. Sorry, not Slack channel. In the chat channel. So if people and that covers off. Your organisation must provide community activities or services within the district and benefit Mole Valley residents, and it goes on from there to cover the criteria. So I've just put that in the chat function, but that's obviously also on the website as well.
Right, I'm just looking. I think that's covered them. I see Rachel's got a question again about well, she's mentioned about her charity, but we can always, Rachel, you can always get in touch with
council whatsoever
about your situation being a national charity, because the main thing is, you know, bringing benefit to residents of Mole Valley, but every organisation, you know, has its own individual sort of characteristics, so we can always have a chat. So yeah, please speak up now in the chat box if I've missed you out with any of your questions. But at the moment, I'm hoping we've covered them all. So we could perhaps hand oh, hang on, no, there are hands up. I've just noticed there are hands up. Sorry. Okay, let me see who's got their hands up. So we've got Karen. Would you like to chip in?
Hi. Just to be clear, we don't, as the causes, have to do anything with the Gambling Commission and on the regulatory compliance side, because that's all handled by Mole Valley, and we're using Mole Valley Council's account. Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I do apologise. I've realised my video's just been off. So yeah, you're absolutely right. So Mole Valley District Council are the licensed operator, and you won't have to do anything from a compliance side or regulatory side as the good cause or the charity.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And then Glynis, I don't know if your hand is still up from earlier, or if you've got more questions.
Apologies, I forgot to lower it. Beg your pardon.
No props. That's great. So I'm thinking, looking at the there's no more hands up, and I can't see anything else in the chat. So I think time to just hand over to Claire just to wrap up, and then we're all looking good.
Well, thank you, everybody. I just want to tidy a few little things up that people are asking. Yes, the central fund will definitely be for environmental things, and as was mentioned, we'll see how it accumulates and then decide how to spend it, but it will be on environmental initiatives. As you all know, that's where my heart is at the moment. I just want to say that this is part of I think this is great that we're doing this locally, because it's part of us trying to introduce more of a circular economy in Mole Valley. It keeps the money within Mole Valley. We can see where we spend it. and it engages all the community, hopefully, and the residents. So I really do think this is a great thing that we're doing. Yes, there will be a press release. Liz Rice just mentioned that, and I want to thank her and Charlotte Allen for their help on this. So again, thank you very much.
It came out in that order, then you would
work. I'm sure if you've got problems, you know, if you ask, we'll definitely help you. Thank you again for being here today. We're all really excited to be taking these steps with you, and look forward to seeing the benefits of this lottery to your organisations and to the community of Mole Valley. So please visit the website and please apply today to become one of our good causes or green initiatives and help us to spread the word to as many people as possible. I think it's great for everybody's well-being, this, so that we all know, as I said, we're seeing what we're all doing within our area. And I wish I had a champagne glass, but here's to a great future for our own Mole Valley Community Lottery for good causes and green initiatives. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Oh. Hello.
Thank you, everybody. I think that
order, and if they come out in that,
please send them to me at lottery@molevalley.gov.uk. I can answer them or pass them on to Gatherwell to answer the questions. The presentation will be made available. This recording will be made
are detailed on the website.
Hopefully we can cover everything you need to know, but if not, give us a shout. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.